Good morning. Senior breakfast is a long-standing tradition at MPA that marks the ending of the graduating class's journey as a student at MPA and the beginning of their lifelong connection to MPA as alumni. And while we cannot share this moment as we have traditionally done, it is still a significant rite of passage. Welcome, graduating seniors and families, to our family of alumni. We celebrate your tenacity and commitment during this year, and we look forward to all that comes for you. Welcome, and now I'll have Mr. Tom Drahazl.
The We'll Never Forget Award. This year's recipient is a deep thinker, or does he have his head in the clouds? This year's recipient of the We'll Never Forget What His Name Award is both that and more. A lover of baseball, the theater, and debates. He has made his mark in every building of the school. Let's start at the top, the hair. Oh, so much hair. And then he decided to cut it off in his senior year before baseball so his cap would fit. For a baseball season that sadly never was. Underneath all that hair is a wide and diversified brain with a curiosity that seems to have no bounds. He is an instigator, loving a good debate in the classroom and out. We can easily picture him on the quad of any college or university, leading fellow students into a long discussion about almost anything. Never afraid to address issues other students shied away from. Always challenging prevailing wisdom. Both Mrs. Fahey and myself valued his willingness to jump into the fray. He brought up important issues in class with teachers at recess, during Model UN, when he decided to declare war on France, in mock trial, or in his law, politics, and society class. Yet strangely, even in all of this debate and discussion, he often spoke in a voice so low, students had to lean over to hear him. He was always the instigator in any debate. In fact, in Model UN, he actually declared war on France prematurely into the consternation of his teammates. However, in consumer economics, he showed a little less cutthroat style while participating in the final project, An Economic Guide of Life. He drew a card that said, "Power surge. Your refrigerator breaks and must be replaced." His next play, donate $250 to charity. Perhaps this reveals the whimsical side to him, or perhaps his philosophical side. A teacher who sometimes drove him to school said that in their 10-minute ride, he would engage in some of the deepest, most complex conversations she's ever encountered on those rides. From factory farming to the treatment of World War II veterans, he never forgot to ask, however, how her family was doing. This is what makes him who he is, a big personality, an independent thinker, competitive, but all balanced with an unfailing concern for others. Yet, while he acted independently in declaring war, as an athlete, he had that competitive edge that found him working not only at his skills, but the team's skills. In soccer, he stepped into the role of goalie because the team needed one. He didn't just go play goalie, he worked hard and became a very good goalie. Same with baseball. He had the skill set to play any position on the field, and he understood how important pitching was to the game. So he didn't just pitch, he worked during the season and during the off season, and even found himself a pitching coach that he could work with to improve his game. He ended up becoming, through those tireless efforts, a good pitcher. There is one time he missed practice one day, but like him, his excuse was memorable. His bearded dragon had bit his dad, and they needed to go get stitches. Believe it or not, he didn't stop at sports, trials, debates. He also joined a band, which of course excited Mr. Ellis. He and Mr. Ellis worked towards finding his strength, They tried the tuba, trombone, and even moved a trumpet. He could play them all. He finally settled on drums and self-taught and became a great drummer. Of course, there was also a myriad of comic adventures. For example, in South Korea, during Project Week, he suffered a great setback. His belt broke. Without a belt, his modesty was in great danger. But there was no clothing store nearby, and the group had a full day. They went into a store where he was convinced to buy something that might have been a belt, and that Miss Yoon convinced him to wear. Having little choice, he wore it the rest of the day, but at the end muttered, "I'm pretty sure this isn't a belt." It wasn't. It was a bolo tie. Beyond the intensity and the comedy, there's also a sweet side. Almost every teacher mentioned his care for his little brother. Many teachers noted how they loved watching him walk his brother to school each morning from the parking lot. So for some time, crazy ideas, deep thinking, a multiverse of talents, curiosity, flexibility, and being a great big brother, we'll never forget you, Dillon Leonard. Next, we have the Drown Award. Dalen and Emily Drown will now read the criteria and announce the winner for the Drown Award.
The Drown Family Character and Citizenship Scholarship. Scholars at Morgan Park Academy are hardly rare. Students are regularly recognized locally and nationally for their outstanding academic achievements. Thanks to the leadership of generous alumni, faculty, staff, and friends, the Academy is able to reward a select number of these students who excel in the classroom, on the stage, in the lab, and on the playing fields. The Drown Family Award is one such prize. It provides support for a deserving graduating senior, student, and honors one graduate who embodies the Academy's tradition of excellence that spans more than 145 years. The award is used at the discretion of the new MPA alum awardee to enrich his or her college experience. The student must demonstrate good character and ethics, enthusiasm and involvement in student life, positive attitude, and strong academics.
We are pleased to present the Drown Family Scholarship Award to Elijah Ferguson. Elijah has consistently demonstrated high standards of character and integrity and has enriched the MPA community with his positive attitude, helpful nature, and integral role in the ABC program. Elijah has truly gifted the MPA community with his continuous involvement in the ABC program. The lower school students adore him and follow him around campus like little ducklings. For the past 2 years, he has volunteered to walk the kindergarten and first grade students from Barker Hall to Pre-K House every day, and that is a sight that we will all surely miss. Elijah demonstrates kindness and compassion towards others while also having a solid and steady moral compass that guides his behavior. His willingness to volunteer his services at school, his place of worship, and around his home is unparalleled by others his age. He has a deep and unwavering passion for education and will truly go on to positively impact the lives of thousands of children throughout his future career. We have been lucky to have Elijah's guidance and care for our own children, and we will surely miss him next year at ABC and around campus. In class, Elijah demonstrated the hallmarks of a terrific student, taking notes, asking for help when needed, and engaging actively in labs and activities. Even when a topic was not his favorite, he would put forth the effort to gain the most out of each experience. Elijah is soft-spoken, which makes his opinions much more valuable, and he will be always remembered for his sweet smile and his helpful personality. He will be greatly missed as he has become a stalwart member of the MPA community. Congratulations, Elijah.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Elijah.
Our lifers this year, there are 9 individuals that are being recognized as lifers: Haley Brizard, Sophia Clute, Elijah Ferguson, Alex Fleming, Zach Guido, Samaria Harris, Olga Morgalis, Jordan Phillips, and Rustam Wallace McFarland. We also have a couple of senior speeches from members of the senior class. Our senior speeches are going to be given by Kaitlyn Mullings and Samaria Harris.
Good morning, faculty and staff, families, and of course, the class of 2020. It's been quite the journey. I'll never forget walking into the Hogwarts-esque library in Alumni Hall, where I had the opportunity to hear about what being an upper schooler at the academy truly entailed. During my short-lived visit to campus as an 8th grader, I was able to gain the perspective of students who attended MPA and could immediately get a sense of how much they treasured their school experience. Now, to be completely honest, although they were convincing, I wasn't quite sold. I couldn't help but think that what I was hearing was just too good to be true. However, after deciding to follow my gut and become a warrior, I too became one of those students who spoke so highly of their school and wanted others to become a part of the MPA community as well. The connection that I have with Morgan Park Academy is one that I never expected. I didn't realize how simple it was to make friendships and feel accepted by my peers. I didn't realize that teachers took so much responsibility into shaping their students into future leaders. I didn't realize that through a diverse student body or through Project Week travels, I would not only be encouraged to discover more about the world around me, but to begin to get a glimpse of the mark that I want to make within it. But currently, with the globe at a standstill, I thought that this tie that I have with the Academy would quickly fade away. But it was actually over these past months that I felt the closest to my school community. Faculty and staff remain engaged, reaching out to families and ensuring that when in-person classes resume, MPA is better than ever. Teachers have worked tirelessly to create virtual lessons and are able to make classes on Zoom feel like the safe place we are all accustomed to. Students remain motivated and made remote learning something to look forward to because it meant that we would all be united again, even if it was just through a screen. No matter what we are faced with, Morgan Park Academy shows its students to value the power of togetherness, as it can take us great lengths. I'm sure us seniors couldn't have imagined that this would be the way we would say goodbye. It's going to be difficult leaving an atmosphere we feel so comfortable in, but I know we will cherish the bonds that we have created in high school for a lifetime. The girl sitting at the admissions event 4 years ago was in for a pleasant surprise, as she would soon be able to call the MPA campus a second home. Congratulations, class of 2020. We will embark on the next journey of our lives with strength and resilience. Thank you.
Good morning, faculty, family, and the class of 2020. I'm Samaria Harris, and I'm so happy to be speaking with you all and celebrating Morgan Park Academy's senior class of 2020. My favorite writer, James Baldwin, once said, "The world is before you, and you need not take it or leave it as it was when you came in." As seniors, we are leaving behind the hardships, excitement, and wonders that came with growing up. Whether that was beginning to understand the importance of self-responsibility in middle school, and taking our first honor or AP classes in high school, to participating in our first upper school musical and traveling outside of the US. We've done it all. And now it's time to take all our experiences and begin the next chapter of our lives. Graduating high school and pursuing higher education is an accomplishment for all of us, one that should make us very proud. However, for us and all members of the class of 2020 across the nation, we're stepping into a world that will never be the same after March 13th, that random Friday we all left school. In just a few weeks, we were face to face with a pandemic that ended our last year of high school and changed our lives. And now, our summer entering college is already heated by the many riots and protests taking place in light of the Black Lives Matter movement and standing against police brutality. With this said, our generation is the one to demand immediate change. We are the young people who have witnessed and withstood the events that have scarred our eyes, made us weep, generated anger within ourselves, but most importantly, brought us together. As we start our next chapter, I hope all of you pursue your goals and set your mind to whatever dreams you have planned for yourselves. But as you lead a successful future, walk into this next experience with a new perspective of yourself and the world around you. It's changing fast, and being part of a movement to enforce positive change is just as important as having those volunteer opportunities and internships on your future resume. But as for right now, be proud of all your accomplishments and be excited to achieve more. I'm so grateful to have completed high school with all of you and very hopeful to see and hear of all of your successes. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2020. We did it.
Good morning. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Julie Cuadros-Perry, and I am the Director of Finance at the Academy. I graduated in 1993 from here, and I am the youngest of 4 in my family to attend MPA. Just 27 short years ago, I was sitting where you sit now, figuratively, of course. I know when I was 18, I was not thinking about what it means to be an alum of Morgan Park Academy, but as I moved on to college, grad school, life, and family, I certainly understand today. The support of our alumni is paramount. Many of the improvements you see around campus, the beautiful gym forecourt, the less visible but very important roof, or the amazing 4th floor lounge were made possible by gifts from our alumni. More importantly, alumni fund scholarships at the Academy. Much of the socioeconomic diversity we value at Morgan Park Academy is made possible by these types of scholarships. If any of you benefited from merit or financial assistance while you were a student here, a portion of that was made possible by alumni gifts. So when you receive mailings from us down the road, please remember how alumni helped shape your experience at MPA and consider giving back to current students. I want to welcome you to the Alumni Association and urge you to stay in touch. You will undoubtedly move many times in the next several years, changing phone numbers and email addresses. Please stay in touch with us. We want to be able to send you our magazine, invitations to various alumni events, and years from now, invitations to your reunions. Please keep an eye out in the mail for a little gift we'll be sending you in the coming weeks so you can take a little piece of MPA with you. Always remember that you are a part of Morgan Park Academy, and Morgan Park Academy is a part of you. Congratulations and good luck.